The Cursed Theater. It started as a dare, just a stupid challenge to prove who was the bravest. Jay, Nina, and Marcus stood outside the rusted gates of the abandoned Elmridge Theater. The town said it was cursed. Most people avoided it, but tonight, the three friends were going inside. 5 minutes, Marcus said, holding up his phone to record. Whoever stays inside the longest wins. Jay scoffed. What's the prize? Nina grinned. Not getting murdered, I hope. The heavy theater doors groaned as they pushed them open. The air inside was thick and stale, like the building had been holding its breath for decades. The theater was a ruin, rows of broken seats, torn velvet curtains, and a dusty chandelier hanging above them like a spider waiting to strike. Jay shivered. This place felt wrong. Then they heard it. Click, click, click. Footsteps on the stage. They swung their flashlights toward the sound. Nothing. Probably just rats, Marcus muttered, though his voice shook. Nina wasn't scared. Let's check backstage. We came for a thrill, right? Backstage was worse. Cracked mirrors, rotting costumes, and a single door at the end of the hall. The dressing room. Jay turned the knob. The lights flickered on by themselves. Inside, the mirror was spotless, unnaturally clean. On the vanity lay an old script titled, The Forgotten One. Nina picked it up. Wasn't this place supposed to be cursed? Before anyone could answer, the door slammed shut behind them. Silence. Then, a whisper from the mirror. Places, everyone. The temperature dropped. Nina gasped. Look! Their reflections had changed. They were dressed in old-fashioned clothes, their faces pale and sunken, like corpses. Marcus stumbled back. Okay, no, this isn't funny anymore. The mirror rippled, and a man stepped out, tall, wearing a rotting tuxedo, his skin like paper. His hollow eyes burned with something inhuman. He smiled. You've joined the cast. Jay turned to run, but the door was gone. The walls melted into curtains. The ceiling became a starless sky. Suddenly, they weren't in the dressing room anymore. They were on stage. The theater seats were filled with shadowy figures, hundreds of them, perfectly still, watching. The man in the tuxedo turned to Nina. You have the lead. Begin. She shook her head. I don't know the lines. He leaned in, whispering. You will. Suddenly, words poured from Nina's mouth, words she didn't know, in a voice that wasn't hers. She screamed between lines, begging for help, but her body wouldn't stop. The shadow audience leaned forward, grinning. The man clapped. Then, darkness. Jay woke up in the alley outside the theater, alone. Nina and Marcus were gone. He ran back to the doors, now chained shut. But inside, the lights were on, the curtains parted, and there, under a single spotlight, stood Nina, still reciting her lines, her eyes empty. Her voice echoed through the walls. The show must go on, and it still does, every night, waiting for the next person foolish enough to enter the cursed theater.